Here we go. Tomorrow is the day. The final countdown is on to Election Day.
The presidential candidates, the vice presidential candidates, and supporters all making last-minute pushes for everyone to get out and vote.
Early voting now officially over. Polls at local boards of election closed just about 2 hours ago.
News 5's John Kosich live right now. So, John, how did it stack up?
Yeah, here in Cuyahoga County, the numbers were actually down from 4 years ago and 8 years ago with regard to in-person early voting at the Board of Elections. They were up from 8 years ago for the absentee ballot request, but still down about 15% from 4 years ago. Check out the scene earlier today as the people were lined up in line stretching north on East 30th Street for their chance to cast a ballot before the early voting officially closed at 2 p.m. Most of those who were in line as of 2 p.m. were allowed to vote today before they shut it down for the day. Now, here are the numbers. More than 38,000 people voted here early. That's down from 45,000 4 years ago. And based on the early vote, the projected turnout in Cuyahoga tomorrow will be about 67%, which is down from the 70% we saw in 2012.
I originally expected it to be a little higher. I expected it to be closer to 2012. But we also had the elimination of Golden Week. We did see an uptick in our early voting over the weekend. So maybe that is a trend that we will see, tomorrow.
And on the flip side, we had a county like Franklin County, Columbus, where they saw numbers higher than what they had 4 years ago. We had roughly 90% of the absentee ballots that were sent out already returned. They're ready to be counted at the Board of Elections. If you still have one of those, it has to be postmarked by midnight tonight, or else you could drop it off at the Board of Elections. They have outside mailing boxes, in a sense, where you can just drive through and drop it off sometime tomorrow. You have until 7:30 tomorrow to do that. Reporting live at the Board of Elections, John Kosich for the Now Cleveland.